Jim. The soil he did crawl.
Alright, this is part 2 on my Game Boy Micro review. Now, if sometime in the future I say, sorry folks, well I don't have my micro anymore, it's because this isn't officially mine yet. I'm buying it from a kid for about $10, and I haven't paid him back yet because I'm staying up for Smash Bros. Brawl, and I just lost $10 because the gift card I got was $25, and I thought it was for $35, and I didn't want to take back my case or CD, which I should have took back Surge Tankian because kind of disappointment. Too many songs are slow, and they don't just live up to the hype that I thought it was going to give me. But anyways, that's a whole nother video. Alright, so now I'm going to do the rest of the sizes. Okay, see on the DS Lite. Opened, it's thinner, but closed, it's roughly about the same thickness. Actually, not really the same. This is a bit thicker. The Lite is just a tiny bit, but it's really close. The width, or not the width, but how long it is this way. You can see how close. There's that way. Yep, pretty small. Alright, this is the best comparison right here. It also compares to my mom's Samsung T9, if you've seen that review. There it is right there. Of course, T9 doesn't really compare in thickness, but that's also an MP3 player. There's Tetris, you can see there's some monster compared to it. Look at that. Game Boy Advance cartridge doesn't even, it's just, the cartridge is just the size of the thing itself, pretty much. So the technology is pretty advanced in this device. Alright, now I'm going to compare brightness on all these devices. Okay, here's the best comparison right here. Right here you have the NES controller, and you have sorry folks. Okay, right here you have the NES controller and you have the micro. See how it's pretty much the same thickness. And the D-pad, if everybody's felt the D-pad on an NES, they're pretty much the same. This is a bit more analog, a little more tilt to it. The buttons are a bit higher up, more feel to it. But pretty much the same feel, except for these Start Select is rubber and this is plastic. But if you felt the NES controller and you liked it, then you'll like this. Alright, it's just about as wide. See, stick on here. Pretty much the same. But when you see it like that, this way, you can see that it's only like, what, 3 millimeters shy. This is shorter than that. So I think that micro is supposed to be an NES controller, not be an NES controller, but be the same size and about everything, resemble an NES controller. Alright, so here's the brightness of my brother's DS Lite, and the brightness on the fatty, it's just on and off. Oh dang it! Well, my touch screen is screwed up, but anyway, that's how bright that is. On here, see. Now this one, the micro, you have dim, bright, brighter, brightest, or brightest. Okay, 4 settings, and see how it compares to on the Lite. It just doesn't compare. The Lite's so much brighter. That's on the brightest setting, I think. But you know, but people say, but this is bigger. If I'm just gonna play Game Boy Advance games, I'll just take the micro. All right. But anyways, let's get down to the verdict. Oh wait, I was also gonna compare the resolution on the SP. Okay, so you have Metroid Zero Mission, and this is the old school SP. This is the first one that came out. Bought it for $100. I'm very proud of it. And so you can see the brightness on that. Brightest setting. Now I'll turn it down to the lowest setting. And you can see, I mean, it still doesn't compare. That's so much brighter and clear. That screen is just blurry. And you can see the lines and the contrast right there. You see all that? Not too good. But if you have the new SPs that have three brightness settings, I think. No. I've seen it. My friend has one. It's green, I think, and it has two settings: darker and brighter. They're dim and then bright. The screen is pretty bright. The screen's way better resolution. It's pretty brilliant. Just about as good as the micro, but not as good as the DS Lite. So if you have the newer SP, no reason to get this. Alright? The new SP versus this, that depends if you're going to play Game Boy Advance games. Actually, the newer SP is a bit better. It depends if you like smaller or bigger, pretty much. Alright, so my final thoughts on the micro. Well, turn it off. Well, I think the micro, I mean, first of all, I used to be such a hater of the micro. I just thought, well, why the heck would you want a micro? You could just play all your good games in here. The screen isn't too bad, I thought, but it is pretty bad compared to this. I used to think that, I mean, why would you only want to play GBA games? Don't you want to go back to the past and play Tetris? Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, this thing is so light, so small in your pocket. I mean, it doesn't look like you're just happy to see someone when you're carrying around a game device in your pocket. I mean, it's really light. It's really fun to play. I mean, when you're holding your hands, I need a good stack of game devices to do this. There we go. SP and the GBA on top of each other. But when you hold your hands, I hold it like this most of the time, but it also is alright holding it like this, because look how much you can tilt your thumb on that. I mean, on the SP, when you put your thumb on there, it's just so rough, and the buttons are so flat. I'm not a huge fan of such flat buttons. And on this, those are flat, and that's such flat. It's bigger, but it's flat, and I just don't like flat stuff. I like to have a lot of feel to it, a lot of movement. And well, I think the micro, pretty much, if you find this for cheap, like less than $60, maybe $50, maybe less than $50, go ahead and get it. Unless you have a DS Lite or a new the new version of the SP, because there's no reason to get one of these. Now me, that's not mine, and this screen is dark, and then this screen is dark. So this is perfect for me. I mean, Metroid just works so perfect on here. And, yeah. So, basically, yeah. What else? If you're a Pokemon player, this is not for you because you cannot trade. This is your only port. So if you want to trade, you have to spend like $10 for an extra cable. You have to buy online. And I don't think it's worth it. I mean, just if you're going to trade, get the SP. I mean, there's a lot of Pokemon people out there. A lot of Battle Network people that I think there's trading in Battle Network. You know, there's games that use trading, so yeah. Pretty much, I like the micro. It's a good device. If I was gonna rate it, I'd probably rate it a 4 out of 5, just because it's so convenient and so sleek. Also, as everybody knows, you can punch in 2 holes on there, and then change faceplates. But this is the only faceplate I have. If I could change it, I'd put on the Nintendo one. So yeah, I say if you find that for a good deal, and you don't have one of these, or the new version of these, go ahead and go get it. That was Vulgora. Stay tuned for more.